back. This is the run home, not with Joel and Fletch. It's with Bish and Scope. It sounds much better than Michelle and Justin.
Do you like it?
I love it. I think it's got a nice ring to it.
You said you're not a fan of the Bish, though?
No. Oh, look, it's really unusual for me to have adopted that name because it was my husband's name sort of going all the way through, Bishop, but obviously marrying him. And, it's caught on now. And I'm the Bish.
The Bish in the Scope. I like it.
Scope. I think it's got merit, and I think let's make the most of this 2-hour stretch.
Let's do it.
Could, take off. Something could happen in the future. Anyway, hope you're listening, Hutchie. Anyway, look, we've been talking about the Parramatta Eels, obviously, and their loss last night against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. But we've got some breaking news in the NRL, and that is Kalyn Ponga. He will not be playing on Sunday against the Raiders.
Wow,
he is out.
That's huge.
Look, it's a nasty one. Got a bit of a personal experience. My son's just been through it, and he's done a whole season. So it's a Lisfranc. It's the top part of your toe. Sort of it's a nasty break. So unfortunately, that's I'm from the nation's capital, so they'll obviously be jumping for joy down there.
Yes,
that is a huge out. The way the Raiders are at the moment, they're both on 18 points. The Knights. This was a bit of a defining match for both sides.
Yeah, and he put on a clinic down there last year too, Kalyn.
And this will have ramifications really for Origin if he was ever going to be back in the picture.
Well, there's a part of me, because I like getting the tinfoil hat out too, Bish. And, if I'm the Newcastle Knights or the chat, as soon as he got named, I think he caught everyone by surprise because I know a couple of ex-teammates that had Lisfranc, and it's torture, and they've been out for a lot longer than what he was. So
actually,
no one anticipated.
One of Ricky Stewart's sons just going through it now as well.
Oh,
it is a nasty injury.
Yeah. Very hard to rehabilitate and get back in the time that Kalyn did. So. He's probably just pulled up a little bit lame, a little bit sore. It would have been feeling good for a couple of weeks, but maybe you got through some contact because that's the last part of the process. Once you come back from injury, you might be running, doing scrimmage, going against each other, and then you start doing some contact and driving and trying to drive through contact, and it pulls up sore. So give him another week. Don't force it. I'm like you, Bish. I thought he would have been definitely a part of Billy Slater's thought process for the decider. He's served Queensland so well, and obviously, him missing last year and giving the opportunity to Reece Walsh, I don't think he would have taken Reece's spot at fullback.
Yeah.
But there is a world in which he's played off the bench in the 14 jersey before as well.
There you go. Actually, I want to really get your thoughts on that whole New South Wales, Queensland approach. Obviously, Queensland looking for a bit of mongrel, but we've got a fair few texts, and I love it when our listeners are in a positive mindset. Ironically, the tourist is the only constant member of this show. Shout out to you, the tourist.
Yes, nice tourist.
That's from Lundy. Keen for the Scope and Bish matchup on a Friday from Samara.
Oh, I love that. So there we go. High five that.
If you look at all the Facebook Parramatta pages, no one is happy. Everybody wants the board gone. No one can make up their minds who they want to coach. I, for one, don't want Trent Barrett. Maguire said he wants to fulfil his New South Wales obligations. No one wants Smith back. Personally, I'd like to say Hannay gets the job. Good defensive player, would make a great defensive coach. That from Cameron. I like that text. Madge has signed 2 years with the Blues. New South Wales won't let him go. That's from the Concord Eel. And hi, everyone. Everyone seems to forget Madge last head coaching job at the West Tigers. Don't think he's the right fit for the Eels. Time to give a young bloke a go. I have to disagree.
Yeah, I disagree as well.
On that one.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on at the West Tigers at that time as well. I even go as far as to say a bit of undermining of Madge. But it obviously went away. He was being a huge influence back down at the Raiders.
Yep.
When he was working down there during last season. He's got a great relationship with the players. What he's been able to do for New Zealand should speak for itself.
Yeah, and I don't mean to sort of bash the Tigers any more than they've already copped over the last couple of years, but that was a tough roster, and not even the great Ivan Cleary, who's won 3 premierships in a row, could do anything with the West Tigers during that period that sort of Madge followed. So he did turn around a South Sydney team, did a really good job with the Kiwis, and so far got the series tied up in Origin. And if he wins the series, there's no way. I can't see a world in which Queensland, New South Wales let him go. But if he was to lose the series, I don't know. Like,
I'm not sure that Parra would be keen then. I think they're taking an each way bet. We've got to take a break. This is the Tradie Hour. Relax with Blue Star Air Conditioning, because the perfect home starts with comfort. bluestarac.com.au. This is the Run Home with Joel and Fletch, thanks to Hyundai, but it's actually Bish and Scope. We'll be back.